There's no way Kim Jun-hee is this young. I would have never believed that. And the fact that she's almost my age is even weirder. Have you guys ever wondered how old are the players that joined the games were? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be going over 16 players in Squid Game, ranging from the oldest all the way to the youngest, from seasons 1 to season 2. I will also state if the player's age do suit how they look. Before we get into this interesting video, like and subscribe if you guys are ready for the final Squid Game season 3. It's gonna be just great. And by the way, just before I start this video, I just wanted to say I started channel memberships, so if you guys want to join that, I would really appreciate it. You will definitely stand out in my future live streams if you do join up. Anyways guys, we're gonna be starting with the oldest players in the games now, so let's jump right into that. Coming in the 8th oldest person in the games is a season 1 player, and she's so annoying, give me a break. Hanmi Neo. Hanmi Neo probably had one of the most annoying personalities in Squid Game. She always had something unnecessary to say, and she was always the loudest in the room. She is 45 years old. I will definitely say that she looks her age, but she doesn't act like it at all. She's like a little girl in an old woman's body. I wonder how she would be as a mother though. Oh no. The 7th oldest person in Squid Game is a season 1 player, Cho Sang-woo. Cho Sang-woo was this investment banker and became bankrupt after failing in his investments. The man was a very good manipulator that got 3 players killed from him. He joined the game so he could make his money back. He also didn't want to look bad to his mother, who lived in a small town where he grew up. He is 46 years old. He actually looks quite good for his age. He does have a full set of black hair. I don't know if it's dyed, but if it's not, props to him. He definitely did not have a stressful life if his hair is really black. The 6th oldest person on this list is a season 2 player now, and she's a witch. Any guesses guys? Seo Neon, aka Shaman. Give me a break with all these conspiracy theories that she has. It's so annoying. Seo Neon was always rude to all the other players. She really lived in her own planet. At least Hai Won-ju sent her back to planet Earth with that slap of hers. That was so funny to witness. Seo Neon is 50 years old. I will say she looks her age on the dot. Not younger nor older, but with how she acts, she definitely will start to age way quicker. The next person on this list comes in 5th place, and it's one of the biggest villains in Squid Game. The frontman, aka In-ho. The frontman is the guy in charge of the whole Squid Game operation. Surely he has a lot of stress, so that should affect his age. An interesting fact is he joined the games as a player and climbed his way all the way to the top of being the frontman position. When he turned 44, he officially became the frontman. He's actually 50 years old now, so that means he's been the frontman for 6 years now. I would say he looks 55 though, not 50. What do you guys think? Let me know down below if you think the frontman looks his age. The 4th oldest person in Squid Games is a season 2 player now, Park Jung-bae. Park Jung-bae surprised Gihun when he entered into the games. Gihun had no clue that his past best friend was there, and he was honestly quite mad when he found out he was in the games. Not because he didn't like Jung-bae, but because he knew there was a potential that he would die, and he was a fool to join the deadly games. Jung-bae is 51 years old though, and he was in the Marine Corps before, where he was part of class 746. He does look his age though, not younger nor older. I feel like all the players I've mentioned so far look relatively the same age. That's quite interesting to me. Ooh, the next person on this list is the main character of the show and is the current Squid Games winner. The 3rd oldest person in Squid Games is Gihun. Gihun is a character that has been through the most crap. He won the games in season 1. You might think that's good and all. Yes, he got the money and he survived. But he saw his friends being killed one by one, and that's something he can never forget. And now he's back in the game to try put the operation to an end once and for all. Gihun is 51 years of age. I would say that's about right. He looked older in season 1 though, with his old hair. It was much longer before, but now in season 2 he has short hair, which I think suits him way better. Okay guys, now we move on to a player that is actually a lot older than everyone I mentioned on this list so far. She's quite old. And she's a season 2 player, Jang Gum-ja. Can any of you guys guess how old she is? She is indeed a mother. Yes guys, she is a mother. You might be wondering, what the hell is a mother doing in the brutal games? And her son is even there. What's funnier is they both had no clue they were both there. It was so weird. Jang Gum-ja does look her age though. She does look healthy though, but relatively still looks her age. Alright guys, now we can move on to the final person on this list. The oldest player in the entire Squid Games. The oldest player to ever exist in Squid Games. Let's get into this right now. I think you guys can guess who it is. He is a Season 1 player, Oh-il-nam, the man who created the entire Squid Games. Oh-il-nam has been around for a while. In Season 1, he pretended to be an innocent player, when in reality, he was behind everything. He even had Gihun fooled. Oh-il-nam is 80 years old. I'm not gonna lie, he looks way older than that. If someone told me he was 100 years old on a wheelchair, I swear I would believe that. What do you guys think? Do you think he looks a lot older than he is? Or his current age? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright guys, now that we finished with the oldest players, it's now time over to go to the 8 youngest players in Squid Game now. We first start off with the Season 2 player in 8th place, who is the Joker of Squid Games, Thanos. Thanos is a character we've never seen before in Squid Games. His comedic, charismatic personality is what the audience, us, got hooked onto. The audience fell in love with his character, but sadly, he passed away. Seriously, did he have to pass away that quickly? Thanos is 37 years old. Wow, he looks a lot younger than that. If someone told me he was 25, I would have definitely believed that. He actually looks so great for his age. I wonder how he stays looking that young. We now go over to another Season 2 player who comes in 7th place, who's a scammer, Mi-young-gi, also known as MG Coin. MG Coin was this YouTuber that joined the games in Season 2 and had this big coin that he launched, but it caused so many people to go in debt, including Thanos, who was on his butt the entire time about it. Mi-young-gi also had his ex-girlfriend in the games, who he abandoned long ago. He tried making amends with her, but she was not interested. But she was just not interested in his sympathy. It was just too late. Mi-young-gi is actually 36 years old now. Wow. He actually looks very good for his age. Why do the youngest players don't look their age, but the oldest do? That makes no sense to me. Coming in 6th place, we have a player who is supposedly a VIP. I mentioned in one of my other videos, the conspiracy theory I stated was absolutely wild. If you want to know more about it, you can check the next VIP video on my channel. Daeho is this player who was supposedly in the Marines before. We don't know how true that really is though. What's weird about Daeho is he never actually explains how he entered the games. Now that's something I find very suspicious to myself. Daeho's 33 now. That's an age I can finally agree with. He definitely looks his age. I would say he also looks quite good for his age. If someone were to tell me he's 33, I would believe it. But at the same time, if someone told me he was 28, I would believe that too. So he's a bit tricky. Coming in 5th place now is actually the brother of the biggest villain in Squid Game, Haewon Jung-jo, the police officer. Haewon Jung-jo's mission in life is to find the island, but really struggles in Season 2. He ends up finding this island that has a bomb and almost kills one of his soldiers, but it's not the right island. Junho is the little brother of In-ho, who was a former police officer, but probably got bored of his job and was like, why don't I make a game that includes over 2k deaths involved? Junho is 34 years old. I agree with that. Coming in 4th place now is the psychopath on this list. And he's also Thanos' pet, Namingyo. Namingyo is this player that comes in Season 2. That is meat riding Thanos the entire time. I mean, to be honest, he did lose some money from MG Coin as well, so he did have the right to be mad at him. We don't really see Namingyo's psychotic behavior till later in the end of Season 2, and honestly, it surprised me a lot. He kills one of the players I'm about to mention in this list too, who is a lot younger than him. Namingyo is 31 years old. He looks older than that though. Definitely older than Thanos though. And Thanos is 37. That's insane to think about. We are now at a point in this video where the last 3 players I mentioned on this list are actually very young and they are in their 20s. That's quite young guys. Coming in 3rd place is the player I was just talking about who got killed by Namingyo, Simi. We didn't get to see Simi too much on the screen to be honest, but I loved her character. She always had this boy's back called Minsu. Namingyo always bullied and harassed him into playing more games, but Simi had his back. And sadly, Simi got killed by Namingyo during Lights Out, getting brutally stabbed to death by him. Simi is 27 years old. I would say she looks her age, but she looks very good, and I really like her hairstyle. Alright guys, coming in 2nd place now is Minsu. Minsu is this very shy and passive guy, and he actually doesn't act like his age. When I tell you guys his age, it will absolutely shock you guys. Minsu is also suspected to being a VIP in the next Squid Game Season 3, since the VIP is the same actor name as Minsu that was in Season 1, so that's a bit weird to me. Minsu is 27 years old, just like Simi. I think he's a little bit younger though. They were talking about it in one of the scenes in Squid Game. That's honestly so wild. I swear I thought he was 19 because of how he acted. That just shows you how you carry yourself as a man is very important. You could look like a man, but if you act like a kid, then it might lower your years for sure. We are now coming to an end in this video where I'm gonna disclose the youngest Squid Games player in the entire series. And she's very, very young. She's 1 year older than me. Kim Jun-hee. Kim Jun-hee is only 23 years old and she's pregnant in the games. How crazy is that, guys? I'm honestly so curious to see how Squid Game Season 3 turns out with a pregnant lady. Will she give birth during the games? Or will she be eliminated? I don't think she'll be eliminated because in South Korea, the death of a pregnant lady in a TV show is actually very illegal. I don't think the director would go with that call, honestly. And yes, guys, I am 22 indeed. I may not sound this young, but I swear I am. Speaking about age, should I do a face reveal showing you guys who I really am? I'm sure you guys are curious about it. Let me know down below if you guys want to see how I look. And if you guys let me know down below, I will know you made it to this far in this video because how else would you know? Squid Game Season 3 is almost here, only 100 days away now basically. I'm going to be live streaming the countdown in a few months, so make sure you turn on my notifications so you guys can be alerted when that happens. It's crazy to see how the age range can go from the young 20s all the way to the 80s. Squid Games really picked their casting quite unique, and I must give them credit for that. But that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe once again. And if you guys want to check my recent video, I will put it on the screen right now. It might even be better than this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out everyone and take care. Goodbye.